First of all, Jamar, can you talk about, Hugh told us the other day, you have an opportunity to, to start now and nail down that starting job. How do you feel about that?
I feel good about it. Not really too focused on, I guess the spot right now. I'm just kind of really focused on getting better. Trying not to make the same mistakes. And still trying to earn my teammates' trust and my coach's trust. That's really right now what it's about for me. And everything else take care of itself.
If you do, you've traveled a long, hard road to get to this point. Obviously, you went through some things in Miami. How did it feel to have an opportunity to go from sort of almost being viewed as, a bust or whatever down there to becoming a possible starting quarterback?
Really, I never really worry about what people say. I know I can play in this game. I've had teammates and coaches and vets, who have made Pro Bowls and stuff tell me, I got what it takes. So, it's just one of those things, just keep hammering at the nail. It's definitely a blessing, to be in this opportunity that I have right now, and I'm just trying to, make the most of it.
And Joe Hayden, when we asked him about you the other day, he raved about you, and he mentioned that he thinks that you two together would make a really good starting tandem. Do you feel that way?
Oh yeah, I feel that way. But Joe, you got to definitely raise the bar with him and Tremont on the field. Those guys definitely pushed me because those guys, Tremont didn't win Super Bowls, Joe didn't win Pro Bowls. So they raised the bar for me, and I think as long as I'm on the field with one of those guys, I'm gonna try to raise the bar myself, and just continue to make plays. Like Joe made one today, I knew I had to try to get one, things like that. But I think we could be whatever we want to be, as long as we put the work in, which I know we will.
We saw you breaking up passes against the Falcons. I remember the third down one forced a punt, intercepting one today. What's working for you technically? What's clicking for you? And what do you think is just kind of going right for you this summer about your game?
I think just my eyes, man. My eyes lead me wherever I want to go. If I play with good eyes, then I'll make plays. It's not really. I think last year, sometimes, when I was in Miami, sometimes we were playing so bad, I just wanted to make a play, and it kind of put you out of position. Where now I'm not really worried about that. I'm just playing within the defense, just doing my job. I'm not trying to be Superman. I'm just focused on me and doing my 111. And it's been a blessing so far. Hopefully I just keep it up during the season.
So where are your eyes supposed to be, and where are they not supposed to be?
They're not supposed to be in the backfield. They're supposed to be on my guy. Depending on what we're playing. Just depends on what coverage coach is calling. And stuff like that. But Coach Horton has been great with the play calls, and like I said, I'm just trying to pick it up and put it on tape.
I know you come in and you think that you're gonna, make the most of every opportunity and, all that, and that's obviously the goal.
Mm-hmm.
But to think that you come in and you kind of take over the job that K1 held the last 2 years, and then you come in and you're in the starting spot opposite Joe Hayden, it's like you've kind of been leapfrogging guys. Is that even more than you might have even been able to expect with your first year with the team, or is that? I know that's the goal, but is any surprise to the way this has gone for you?
God has been definitely good, but I'm just the type of guy that just work. Like I said, I came in with intentions to play. I think the coaches knew that. I told them that when I first got here. I definitely wanted to contribute. It's been going good. And whoever they put out there, I know we're going to be okay because obviously they're looking at the tape and, they know what works best for the team. So my job was just to come in here and just work. I told them I wanted to play, I wanted to contribute, and, that's all I'm trying to do. And, at the end of the day, if that's for me starting, then I'm down with that. If that's in me coming for nickel, I'm down with that. As long as we put wins on the board, that's what it's about for me.
Jamar, Hugh Jackson told us that he kind of goes a ways back with you. Can you describe what that's all about?
I think just coming out when I came out from the draft, he's out of the team that was looking at me, so it's kind of one of those things, you see him, you meet him, and you kind of know him, kind of just know him from being around, when I was coming out. So I think that's what he means, but he's a great coach, and I think if you ask anybody on this team, they'll tell you, we'll run through a brick wall for coach.
I thought somebody mentioned that you guys had some family connection. I mean, like your family had known him or something like that. It was nothing like that. It was mostly you just coming out in the draft. What kind of a nightmare as a cornerback would it be to go into a game and know that you've got, first of all, let me just start with Josh Gordon and Terrell Pryor on the field together?
Those dudes, man, it's kind of crazy because I was in college when Josh, I guess, first got into the league. So you see a guy like that that's been dominant, and to see him when he's been back for us for the past couple of days, and he's been dominant, but he's going to be a terrorizer. Being out for a couple of years, I think, he has that chip on his shoulder, and then Terrell would kind of coming into that new role. He's been doing a great job. And both of the guys are big, so you have to worry about speed and being big, and then they're physical. And then we have guys like Hawk and stuff like that who's still fast but shifty, and we got a real good receiver tandem. And then Corey, we have a lot of guys in good depth right there.
I know you and Joe had picks today, and Dominique Alexander had a pick. Might have been some others, but overall, how do you think the defense fared in this joint practice the first day?
I think we started off fast. And towards the middle, we kind of made a couple mistakes. That we're gonna look at the tape and we're gonna fix and not make them tomorrow. And then we ended up well. But I think kind of in the middle when it started getting kind of like hot, you kind of tell like all the mental mistakes. But we're just getting accustomed to the weather, and we'll be better tomorrow. And we finish off strong, so I think it's a good first day going against a new team. But we definitely got to fix the mistakes.
How determined are you now that you're getting this opportunity? How determined are you that you're not going to relinquish it? You're not giving that up?
Like I said, I'm just working. To be the best me. My mom always tell me that that's what success is, being the best person you can be. So that's all I'm trying to be right now. I'm not trying to be Superman. I'm not trying to go out there and just do something off the wall. I'm just gonna cover the man in front of me, and when the play presents itself, I'm gonna try to make it.
Is it great to be able to come down here and get an interception? The day after Hugh comes out and he's like, hey, he has a chance to be one of our starting cornerbacks.
Yeah, but I really don't pay attention to the media stuff. My dad hit me, told me about everything that happened. But really, I'm not really worried about none of that. I'm just trying to get my hands on the ball for the defense. We say we need 3 or 4 turnovers a day. I think we got 3 today. So we got to try to get 4 tomorrow, and that's what it's about. I was just happy, the ball got tipped and fell in my hands. So.
I know you talked a little bit of about Miami and some setbacks there. Did you always kind of think or just know in your heart that a change of scenery could do this for you, or is it even surpassed what you thought it could?
Yeah, it was one of those things. Me and my agent kept kind of going back and forth with my dad. We kind of knew, like, man, look, my agent was like, just stick it out, you'll be okay. And every year seemed to be going good, and then it kind of started good, and then kind of went down or whatever the case was. But we knew that whoever got me, it was gonna be because they wanted me. And we knew that I had to just make the best out of the opportunity. So, like I said, it's camp right now. The season is way different. You're going against different guys. So, I want to be consistent. I don't want to go up and down. I just want to keep climbing. As long as I keep climbing the ladder, I think, I'll be happy at the end of the season.
Okay, well, I don't know the answer to this. I've never seen you in a camp before. How does this one compare to your previous camps in your mind?
It's not as hot. It's not as hot.
Today was.
Yeah, today was. Today was Miami hot. But it's been good. I think, like I said, the defense is different. Ray Horton, Coach Ray, man, he does a good job at, putting us in position to make plays. Where we can kind of use our skills a little bit. We're not just up there just press man-to-man all the time. He lets us switch it up, kind of play how we feel. And if it's not working, then obviously him and Coach Louis be like, hey, I think you need to do it this way. But he's been doing a good job with the play calling. I think that's the biggest difference with me just getting my hands on the ball, because he's letting me use, the assets that God's given me.
Forgive me, I know I should know the answer to this, but for some reason I don't. You mentioned your dad. Did he play in the league in my coach?
Oh, no, my dad didn't play in the league.
Oh, okay, I thought the way you mentioned it, I thought maybe he had some
he
insider information.
No, he played college ball, and then played for a little bit, and then they had me, but he's always just been there. He's always been there, put me through workouts. Always be the one at the game. You know what I mean? Before the game start, after the game. Just big supporter of mine.